This is the end, my only friend.
We'll be taking your calls coming up in the next segment for the Balance of the Radio Show with Bob Dacy with us in studio for the next hour and a half. We're live at prisonplanet.tv for the Balance of the Radio Show the next hour and 27 minutes. Again, we'll be talking about the economy, the banker takeover that's taking place, the immunity they're getting, the open discussions of martial law where the public sees the troops going on the streets of America, hears they're going to be used for riot control and crowd control. That is martial law. The Army's telling everybody that. They're saying we're working with the police. You know, the decades of having the police and military and urban warfare drills, and now the last 8 years of the military checking bags at high school, college, and NFL football games, and the Kentucky Derby, and any other high-profile event, getting you prepared. They're admitting it was preparing you. And Homeland Security had Ridge and now Chertoff saying they want to use the U.S. military against the American people. And the gun confiscation in New Orleans and surrounding areas, and now gun confiscation in Illinois, with the governor a month ago coming out and saying, yeah, we're going to use the Army to do door-to-door gun confiscation. The knock and talk, where the police come to your house and knock and say, do you have any guns? We want to inspect them. Or if it's an area where guns are illegal, do you have guns? We're going to come in and look, intimidating their way in. That is martial law. Congress being threatened, you better pass this banker takeover bill or we'll declare martial law. That's actually happening. And the mainstream media makes jokes and says, where are the troops? Where are the parachutes? Where are they taking over? Ignoring the fact that we told them this was all being set up, and now it's being phased in incrementally. I want to talk about that first, Bob, then we'll get into toll roads and everything else that's happening in the North American Union. And we have a clip from Lou Dobbs, of all places, admitting they're still going ahead with the North American Union. That's coming up in a few minutes. But, Bob Dacy, your take on everything that's happening.
Well, Alex, it's kind of hard to keep up with it. I am amazed at your ability to just run these things off one after another after another after another. I can't keep up with it. Last 2 weeks ago, I was in studio when the Congress grew some false cojones and voted down the bailout. And you were in a pretty good mood that day. I just hope you don't burn down your desk today like you almost did last time. I hope you're a little bit more serious today.
I was burning the dollar on air.
Burning a dollar on air with a stack of papers underneath. Yeah, he's a brave guy, ladies and gentlemen. No, I just think that it's nuts, just insane, and that's all there is to it. And it's not by accident. You know, one of the things about this financial thing, I was taught that these guys, at Morgan Stanley and old Dean Witter and who was the old crotchety guy that said, we earn money the old-fashioned way. We earn it. Whichever one that was. These guys are supposed to be pretty smart. And for all these financial firms to
we earn money the old-fashioned way. We steal it.
Yeah, well, for all these guys that are supposed to be so smart, and the first thing they tell you as an investor is diversify. For all these guys,
long haul, long run.
Yeah, and for all these guys to screw up simultaneously and get involved in this derivative nonsense and these mortgages to the extent that it actually, if it goes south, takes down their whole company. I mean, you would have to believe that all these people are stupid in order to do that. You're supposed to take.
But no, they have been openly moving the money into other accounts, into personal assets. Now they're just imploding the front company.
What I'm saying is that you would have to be an idiot to take all your stuff and put it in one risky basket such that if it goes south, your entire operation goes down. Therefore, I would conclude that they did it on purpose.
Well, then we have all the documents where they did do it on purpose, and they didn't just, now they're admitting, we may use the Army if there's riots. We just so happen to have secretly trained them over 2 decades for this now and have all these secret relationships we've set up.
Yeah, like I say, they're not dumb, and I am baffled. The stock market's jumped up about 600 points today. I guess they're trying to get more idiots to think, oh, everything's fine now. Everything's fine now. They printed a bunch of money out of thin air, and they're going to bail out. They're going to bail out the bankers and everything, and we can do bait and switch on you, and everything is fine. Remember, Alex, 2 weeks ago, the big deal was Bernanke said that the idea was we get our $700 billion, and what we do is we buy the mortgages. And that's the cause of the problem. And we buy the mortgages at close to face value, and therefore everything will be great, right? And then all of a sudden they do the bait and switch.
Oh, we're going to buy principal in the company.
Wait, instead of they haven't bought any mortgage. Oh, wait, now that we got the money and now that we got the cojones Congress to do what we wanted them to do. Now, wait, forget about the mortgages. Now we're gonna own the banks. Now we're gonna buy interest into the banks. It's bait and switch. In retail, you call that bait and switch, Alex.
And out of the crisis it creates, you're going to have more crime, a bigger police state, the riots will start, and the public will beg for physical, hot martial law, not the incremental martial law.
I just want to know that this warm, fuzzy thing of this military outfit that just came back from Iraq going to help. I mean, what have they been doing?
Well, if you read at the end of the Army Times, it lists a bunch of other brigades that are already active in the U.S.
So the question is, what are these guys going to do?
Well, they tell us they're going to do riot control for civil unrest and use microwave guns on us.
Well, why on earth would we have any of that?
But then Wired Magazine comes out, and they announce, the Army admits that, guess what, the microwave gun is lethal, Bob.
You mean like the tasers are lethal? Yeah. Well, you know, you got to break a few eggs.
Well, what'll happen is just like with tasers, when they kill you with them, they say, well, he didn't die from the 15 taser shocks we gave him. Well, when they microwave gun people and they die, they'll just say, well, we happened to be microwave gunning them, but they just fell over dead.
Well, it's
a new syndrome.
Yeah,
well, you heard that. All these young people dying in and around tasers, it's a syndrome, Bob.
He stayed out in the sun too long and got a tan. That's what it was. He was killed by over tanning. They're going to come up with something. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like they say, we're not for a national draft. We're for national compulsory service.
Yeah, that's what Mussolini and Hitler were all about. National service. You know, we serve the state rather than the state serves us, right?
Absolutely. Meanwhile, I know the manager of the biggest apartment complex in Austin. She was told 4 years ago, over-enforce on citizens, but illegal aliens, let them break any rules, as many as they want in the apartments, because we've been given a secret federal grant, a tax break to do it. And then and later, a year after, it came out in the paper that big insurance companies were giving breaks and the feds were giving tax breaks to companies and to different systems to, quote, help the illegal aliens. And the AP reported they were being given preferential treatment on home loans and car loans because the government wanted to help the illegal aliens.
Well, you know, Bush signed...
I mean, my point is, it's not for our safety.
Well, you know, Bush signed a bill. I wish I remember where this clip was on the internet, but several years ago, Bush was signing a bill bragging about how they were going to encourage all these people that couldn't afford homes to get these 100% mortgages with these variable rates, and how it was going to do good for them and encourage home ownership and cause
that was a big setup so they could pump up the derivatives.
Absolutely.
Because then they sell the bad loan.
Yeah, it's a you know, where does that come from? The whole thing comes from these people.
Look, the government did this, and now they're going to take over. Look at this. Army orders pain ray trucks. New report shows potential for death. That's Wired Magazine. And when you read the article, it says, oh, yeah, it kills you. It's going to kill you, just like, but they go on and say, but rubber bullets kill a good percentage of those, and so do tasers, so it's okay. We still call it non-lethal. But they're really called active denial systems. They're really called less lethal weapons. And they're going to deploy these to police departments. The Army's going to have them for use against the American people. How does that sound, Bob?
That sounds just wonderful. Absolutely, because, you know, it'll be good for us. It'll be good for us. And then our neighbors will be snitching on us the whole time. We'll have Gladys Kravitz going around peeking over her fence, going, look, those people over there. I think I saw a gun in their living room. Ah, you know, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, like I say, I cannot keep up with it. I don't see how you keep up with it.
And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
All right, Bob Dacy is in studio with us, going to your phone calls right now. Sean in Minnesota, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, Alex, how you doing today?
Good, sir.
I just wanted to call in. You asked about what we're doing with the current economy and stuff, and started raising some rabbits, and we're going to be raising some chickens, talking to people.
Do you have an animal premises ID and federal tax that isn't the law, but they threaten you is so they can shut down your small farmer ranch? Did you get a special permit from the government, slave?
Yeah, you bet I did.
Good slave.
Yeah, we actually moved out of the cities, moved out into the country.
Oh, that sounds like Al-Qaeda. Sounds Al-Qaeda-ish. You planted something secret out there? Got evil firearms?
I plead the fifth.
How dare you, boy? You must hate the government.
Getting to be that way.
What makes the grass grow? The government. What makes the water rain? The government. Here, I have to tell you, we are domesticated.
We got something more important than that, though. See, that's the deal. We got football.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas beat OU, so everything's all right. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, the Chinese don't have football, so they got nothing to distract their
Yeah, so what? We'll probably all be homeless and have no future, and they're building FEMA camps, but them Cowboys, now, they lost.
Boy, they screwed up, didn't they? But I tell you what.
I tell you what, boy, I don't know what I'm going to do today.
Yeah, but my
my manliness ain't feeling too good right now.
My Longhorns won, and I like that. I hate to admit it, but
boy.
Hey, just because you're fighting the New World Order doesn't mean you can't watch a football game every once in a while.
Eddie, I appreciate your call. Take care.